going live 5 minutes early.
Live, it's Saturday night.
It is Saturday night, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it's not time for Saturday Night Live.
No one's watching.
All right, so we're live. Hopefully this is streaming okay.
Yeah.
So we don't know. We'll find out. So actually we have now so just so everybody knows, this is the first time we have streamed.
Yes.
So we have to learn, we have to figure this out. So right now we're seeing people coming on board with us. Hey, there's our first comment.
That's Braden. Hi, Braden.
Okay, so that's good. Braden, can you hear us and see us okay? Maybe let us know.
Maybe.
Hey, Adam.
Yes, thank you,
good,
Braden.
Good. So here's the thing. Last night where we were up in Denton, Texas, we had this amazing upload speed. And so I just assumed that here in Waco it would be the same, and it's not. Our upload speed is pretty poor. So I'm glad that you're saying you can see and hear us okay.
Hey, Dayfield.
Hey, Jason. Jason, are you camping tonight? Or you at home? I'm assuming maybe you got that camper out, and then I know your weather's good down there. So,
oh, thanks, Adam.
NJ Foam, welcome. Nope, not till next weekend, Jason. Okay, so that'll be exciting for you to get it out and go camping. So anyway, we'll give you a little bit of an update. We are in Waco, Texas. And we don't want to give away too much of what we've been doing, just because then it'll blow the video that's coming. But I can tell you that we did a lot of driving.
Yes.
And so today was really our first day to kind of do some that. Yeah. So we hit the stockyards up in Fort Worth, the old stockyards, and that was definitely worth the time.
That was cool.
And then. Oh, hey, my sister's on. Hi, Ange. Hope you guys are having fun. And so they're in, I think they're in Louisville or somewhere near there. Yeah. And so my nephew, who some of you saw in our Gatlinburg trip, is with them. He's not on break because that's when he went with us to Gatlinburg. Sure. So they wwent down and stole him for the weekend. Yeah. So anyway.
Having family fun.
Okay, so we were at the stockyards, and okay, so here's the best thing for me the entire day, and then I'll let Patty tell you what has been the best thing for her. But the best thing for me was, so I think it was last week, I was listening to 60s on 6 on Sirius XM, for any of you that are Sirius XM subscribers, listening to Flash Phelps, who does the morning show, which interestingly enough, I think I met Flash Phelps, Patty, like years ago.
I think so.
He was actually a DJ in Fort Wayne at B106. And at the time I was running a hotel, and we did a trade out with them. And I used to take comedians down and put them live on the air. And I think Flash was there at that time. So anyway, sorry. But Flash Phelps said, if you're coming to Texas, you have to stop at Buc-ee's. And so I immediately Googled Buc-ee's, and it's a gas station, basically.
But Texas style.
And we stopped at Buc-ee's today. This place was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, I think there was probably close to 200 gas pumps, and I don't think I'm exaggerating.
No, you're not.
And then we went inside, and it was like, I don't know what it was like. They had everything. They had
like groceries.
They had meats. They had food. They had sodas. But then I found Patty doing shoe shopping, and there was clothes and toys and outdoor gear.
We can get brisket.
We actually had a brisket taco this morning. So
jerky.
So anyway,
amazing.
That to me was that today. That has been my highlight. I don't know why, but I love that place. So,
they were cool, and I'd have to say the stockyards, because Braden's asking what's a stockyard. Well, stockyard is where they used to take, and they still do, because it's the only last standing stockyard, they told us today, was cattle. So the cattle drive, they would move the cattle there, and then they would sell them like an auction kind of thing. They have rodeo there. We didn't get to do that, but they had all kinds of things happening today. You could sit on a longhorn steer
for $5.
Yeah.
You could $5. You can sit on a longhorn and get your picture taken.
Right. And then they had the one cowboy said there was going to be like a gunfight, but they were using blanks, and he was happy about that. So it was just kind of a fun little place to be. Wish we had more time there, but that would be. I mean, our Buc-ee's was real cool, but the stockyard was neat for me too.
Hey, Luke. Glad to see you joining us from Winchester, Virginia. Actually, years ago, I worked for a company that owned a hotel in Winchester, Virginia, and I believe we've been. Actually, Luke, we go when we go to Shenandoah, and we've been out to Shenandoah probably 4 or 5 times. We always go through Winchester. That's right on the route. I also see hi MPH. And Beaver Nuggets. MPH says Beaver Nuggets.
We saw those.
We did see the Beaver Nuggets. We didn't buy any.
No.
We could have went crazy in there.
Yeah, they had some.
Yes, actually, Jason, I did buy some jerky at Buc-ee's today. And Dave, who's on here, is a big jerky fan like me. And Dave, I don't know if you've ever been to a Buc-ee's, because I know you've been to Texas. You used to live down here, but they literally had like a meat counter of jerky for those of you that have never been to a Buc-ee's. So it was $23.99 a pound. And it's just like you go to the meat counter, you tell them what you want, and they weigh it out. And so I did get a half a pound of cherry maple.
Really good.
It's really good. But so, hey, Dad, happy Easter to you. For everybody, my dad's actually on the live chat tonight. And he's at home. He's not traveling, I don't think. So anyway, happy Easter to you in Maryland. MPH, you're here in Texas. It says welcome to Texas. So I'm going to assume maybe you're in Texas with us. Cool. Or I guess we're with you if you're in Texas.
Yeah.
So interestingly enough, I think Texas is being flooded with YouTubers right now.
Sounds like
I believe
Russos.
The Russos, for those of you any of you who subscribe to We're the Russos, the Russos did a live chat last night from somewhere here in Texas.
Yeah, they didn't say where.
They didn't say where. And
Less Junk Journey.
We think Less Junk, More Journey might be in Texas, because some of the YouTubers actually delay their videos. So they're sometimes like 2-3 weeks or more behind. And Keep Your Daydream had been here, and I don't know if they're still here in Texas as well. So, and then we also follow the Wandering Wyatts that live in Texas, and so anyway, Dave, it was like a jerky buffet. It was crazy. The other thing was, Luke says he spent a couple nights at Shenandoah River State Park first time. How's the Winnie drop, Luke? I'm sorry, you have to type. It's so easy for me to talk. But
that was one that we had looked at.
Yeah, we had actually looked at the Winnie drop when we were looking at the Hummingbird.
Right.
We had narrowed it down to, at the time, the Hummingbird, the R-Pod, and the Winnie drop. And then I think, again, the Jayco won out primarily because of the 2-year warranty.
Right.
Which ended up. We'll just stop. Good. It's everything we imagine and more. And I'll tell you what, those Winnie drops have the nicest exterior finishes of any RV that I've ever seen. They use a true gel coat. They're just absolutely gorgeous. So Jason says, that warranty worked out well, didn't it? Yeah, you're right, Jason. I've kind of given up on warranties in general, except for that little Coleman grill, that was just crazy that they sent us a brand new grill. So,
Ohio.
Hi, Dwayne, up in Ohio. That's up in our neck of the woods. So anyway, so Buc-ee's, if you're not from Texas, and
you need to
so tomorrow the plan is we're headed to my aunt and uncle's south of Austin, and I'm pretty sure he's going to make fun of me for being so excited about Buc-ee's, because I'm guessing if you live down here, you might even be annoyed by them because they're so huge. And we got
to see the Texas Motor Speedway today. Remember that?
Hey, Julie. There. Actually, so Julie's on. Julie is a friend of ours along with Dave.
Yeah.
And Julie says it's so much better than our old podcast days. Julie and I used to do a podcast for the school where we both work. and we would do these monthly podcasts. Yeah, we would sit in a little conference room by ourselves and pre-record it. And those were good times, Julie. So what do you think about the Airstream trailers? Well, actually, nice. Adam, those are nice. I'm not going to lie. When we purchased this trailer, and for those of you that don't know, we're in a Tab 400. The plan that day was we went to Gerseni's to look at the Tab 400, and then we were going to drive like another 30 minutes down to Tampa to look at an Airstream Bambi and an Airstream Base Camp. Unfortunately, we never left Gerseni's. No.
We bought.
But I think the Airstream, I mean, obviously Airstreams are iconic. They're classic. They hold their value very well. I think, in my mind, the question with Airstream is they're owned by Thor now, and will they maintain that same quality level now that they're part of Thor Industries? I hope so, because they are such a great brand. So,
someone from Ontario.
Oh, we have our Canadian friends online. Where did you see that? Oh, Sault Ste. Marie.
Yeah.
Welcome. As a kid, I went to Sault Ste. Marie. Mom and Dad took us up there, and we rode the Soo Locks. Jason, Austin for the Formula One race. That would be cool. We're basically going to drive through Austin. I don't think we're going to spend any time there. We are going to San Antonio a day, so that'll be nice.
I got to tell Braden, it sounds like he's wishing us a happy Easter. Well, happy Easter to you too, Braden, and I hope you have a nice spring break. Enjoy your week off. I know we're gonna. So.
Oh, Victor and Rosie in Park City, Utah. Welcome. Thank you. We actually, last summer was the very first time we had ever been in Utah. Right. You have an absolutely amazing state. It was so gorgeous driving through there, and someday we're going to get back. And then Eureka, California.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
That's cool.
Yeah, this is great.
This is
so
cool.
This is like I said, our very first live stream. I know a lot of the YouTubers do them. Oh, hey, Vinny. Welcome. Hudson Valley, New York.
We've been through there.
Yeah. So,
this is just fun.
Yeah, it is fun. So anyway, that's why I started to say a lot of the YouTubers do these. We hadn't done it. And they have kind of encouraged us to do it because they said that it's a great way to interact. And, to me, that's really the fun part of the channel is the interaction. It's, I'm no movie maker, and our videos are never going to be, of the level of Keep Your Daydream. I just don't have that kind of time to edit, but
we have fun.
Yeah, we have fun doing it. So, y'all got to go to Franklin's Barbecue. Oh, okay. In Austin. I do know my uncle said one day he's taking us for barbecue. I don't know where he's planning to take
sure where it is.
And it could be, who knows? So
I don't know.
Yeah, we love the tips. I will tell you, we had lunch today. For those of you that are familiar with Texas, and then we ate lunch today at Joe T. Garcia's in Fort Worth. And that was an amazing meal.
So good.
And I actually, there's a video clip where I let everybody know that we found that restaurant because of Keep Your Daydream. They had just been there at some point in the last month. Right. And one of their subscribers had recommended it to them.
Go there, yeah. It was so good. Just waiting in line. We waited a little bit, and my goodness, the smell. I'm like, okay,
it was about a 40-minute wait. But we sat outside. They have this absolutely gorgeous outdoor dining, and they have a limited menu. There were still quite a few choices, but I had the fajitas, the steak and chicken fajitas. So good. I love fajitas. They were really good. And then I had the tamales with the chili, and the food was just really great. So we had one fajita, one tamale. We split a margarita. And our total bill with tax was $40, and then I ended up leaving her $10 because it's Easter weekend, so I get a little extra. Right. So $50. And honestly, for dinner, we were still stuffed. We ended up eating a salad just because we weren't that hungry. So I would recommend Joe T. Garcia's. And in fact, when you watch the video, whenever I get that video up, I think I actually say something like, "Go over if you eat there, keep your daydream that we sent you."
Yeah.
Maybe we can get some love on that super channel.
Yeah.
Okay, Dave or Julie, whoever. I was wondering that. I was telling Patty today that I remembered watching that PBS special.
The guy that made the barbecue.
Yeah, and so
smokers.
you're saying Franklin's in Austin is actually that gentleman from PBS. So that's good to know because I was wondering who that was.
My wife doesn't share margaritas. That's good.
Yeah. Well, Jason, I would have probably had my own today, except I knew I had to drive to Waco. So she was kind enough to let me have a few sips of hers, but
it basically was mine.
Yeah. So I get paranoid driving period with liquor, let alone pulling a trailer. So yeah, I just had a little bit of Patty's, but it was
we
good.
got so lucky too today. The weather is gorgeous.
Go
so
to
nice
Ansoner Tex-Mex. Okay.
Oh.
In San Antonio. Okay. That's good to know. I don't know if I pronounced that right. Ansoner Tex-Mex. Okay. Yeah, we actually thought Chuy's was really good. And we do, don't get me wrong, I still like Chuy's.
Yeah.
But after the food we had today, Chuy's doesn't even come close.
Right.
So. All right. Let's see. What else?
Well, it's been nice to be in nice warm weather. I got to wear my sandals today. Don't get to do that home very often right this time of year. So
today is the last day for our Sock at the Cancer campaign.
Yes.
So I think I haven't looked at the totals yet, but yes, definitely we're going to the Alamo.
Yeah. And
Jason, we're headed there. I know that my uncle said the two places we were definitely going is the Riverwalk and the Alamo.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what else he has planned. I know one day we're going to an Air Force base. My uncle's actually a retired colonel. And so
that'll be cool too.
Yeah.
Sure.
So yeah, I know that, but yeah, definitely going to the Alamo. That'll be fun.
Pika
on the Banks, Biga on the Banks restaurant. Yeah, and he hasn't told me exactly where all we're eating. So I'll make sure I tell him. As far as the trailer pulling, it actually has pulled fine. The one thing I liked with the Humminbird is the Humminbird, I believe, was 6.5 feet, and this trailer is 7.5 feet wide. And you wouldn't think that extra 6 inches on each side, but with the wheel well being on the outside of the Humminbird, I could see tailgaters behind me with the Humminbird. And unfortunately, with this trailer, since the trailer itself sits over the wheels, I cannot see behind me, and I have not went to extension mirrors. But as far as the actual pulling, it pulls fine. Yeah. Now, I had a dealer who had seen a picture of us hitched up on our Facebook page say that he felt I needed weight distribution, which Grzeni's told me they didn't feel like we did.
Fine, yeah.
So that's been on my mind ever since. So I actually called Princess Craft, which is a tab dealer down in Austin, who I actually trust. I don't know why I trust them. I guess because they were the ones that we watched the video. When we were looking. And then they're a sponsor of Mandy Lee. So if anybody follows Mandy Lee's channel, they're one of her official sponsors. So anyway, I called Princess Craft and talked to somebody in service and told him our situation. And he didn't seem to think that, based upon the numbers I gave him, we're getting about a 2-inch squat on the back.
Right.
But the trailer's level. He didn't seem to think that we needed, because he said it was going to be about $650 for the proper weight distribution. But he said if I'm happy with the way it tows and I'm not getting any sway, which I'm not, so I think we're going to keep it the way it is. But yeah, overall though, I love the way it pulls. I did like the little bit there. Here's the thing about the narrower. The Humminbird, when I was towing, I loved the 6 foot, or I think it's 6 foot, maybe not 6.5 foot. I loved it. But when we're inside the trailer, I love this extra foot, because in the Humminbird, literally, like my head's at one end of the bed and my feet were pretty much touching the other end. That extra foot gives us a full residential size queen bed in here. So
plenty of space.
Wait. You do. Okay. So you do have weight distribution on your R-Pod. And see, the thing was, I was running weight distribution on the Humminbird, and I was going to run that same weight distribution, but the tab uses, instead of a, well, I don't even know how to describe it. A solid frame. They use a C-channel frame. And so I had the
Like the clamps.
The clamps that actually bolt over, or they don't actually bolt, they just kind of hang over, and then there's a bolt that tightens. And I was told you can actually bend the frame on this if you use those. So you actually need a special weight distribution.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I was running it on the Humminbird.
Right.
I don't know that I really needed it, but I had it and I thought I should.
Right.
Okay, Jason says he got the Husky centerline hitch, more economical centerline hitches from Reese. Yeah. And I'm going to do a little more research because, like I said, Princess Craft quoted me $650 today, and I don't even recall which one it was. Mm-hmm. But he just seemed to think that we didn't need it. So I'll probably do a little more research before we head to Canada.
Right, make sure. Right. You always do your research.
Yeah. Back to cancer.
Yeah, we don't know our totals.
Yeah, we don't know our totals. We'll see. And it always runs a couple days behind. We did get hit just a little bit because I did learn a very valuable lesson. The Amazon account, you don't want to spend your money before you receive your check from Amazon, because what I didn't even think about was if people return merchandise, then they take away your commission.
Yes.
So we lost, and I completely understand. Somebody had bought a big item and then ended up returning it. And if I didn't like the item, I'd do the same thing. Right. But then we had a pretty healthy commission get taken away. Right. Don't worry, it doesn't affect because we already built the 30 bags, and we're still committing all of the money from the 22nd through the end of the month to Faith and Support. Yeah. Right, faithandsupport.org. I'll get it right. So,
right.
So anyway.
We'll be able to do that later when we check it. I'm sure the next couple of days.
So I'm sure we're going to have at least $100 to send down to, I believe it's South Carolina, to help them out.
That's so nice.
And again, thank you to all of you for watching the videos, sending in money or buying product.
So nice. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, again, the reason I didn't have video footage from dropping them off or much was I was trying to respect the privacy of those individuals going through that. But you just can't believe how, when I heard the nurses, like I was sitting with my sister, but I could hear them delivering them, and people were just, I mean, you could just hear it in their voices, like, "Oh my gosh, thank you so much." And they had no idea who it was from or anything like that. We did put our sticker on there. But again, we weren't doing it for.
No, we thought maybe if someone just said, "Who did this? Who did this?" They could say, "Oh, here's the name on the front." But we weren't trying to get publicity. Or anything.
I would agree, Jason. It is peace of mind. So definitely probably don't need it with that small trailer, but may do it. Dodge Caravan, weight distribution. Okay, so Luke, you're also using weight distribution as well. So it sounds like several of you are. Oh, those stickers. Well, that's funny, Jason. So we're going to work on getting some stickers made. Those I actually just printed on our computer.
Yeah.
And so they don't really hold up other than like on those bags. So I put one on the back of my cell phone. Well, in fact, I'd taken it off. No, I took it off. So I had put one of those stickers that I made back here, and literally within about 3 days, you could barely read it because the ink from the printer wore off. Work on, that's my next project, is we were going to try to find a company that will make up some Travels with Delaney stickers, partially because I want one for my car, and we thought maybe some of you would like them. And so I'm going to work on that.
Yeah. We even talked about thinking about kind of for the tab, having something on the back. We don't know if we're going to do our logo sticker or just have the words Travels Delaney. We don't want a big thing because they have the big window on the back, but something on the back as we're going down the road to kind of help with people knowing who we are. So.
Okay, Jason,
cool.
I will. I'll drop you a line because, I'm just looking. Yeah, that would be great. So, because we definitely want to get some stickers made up. Karen, here's the thing on the Little Guy Max. We did not actually look at one in person. We had watched, again, a YouTube video. We watched the YouTube video on the Tab 400 and the Little Guy Max.
They were comparing both of them, weren't they? In the
video? There was a video we watched too where they compared both of them, but we'd watched them individually as well. And then we decided to go with the Tab 400, so we didn't even go look at the Little Guy Max. And the main reason was I think it's a very well-built trailer based upon everything I've heard. But I believe it was about 3 feet longer.
I think so.
I think it was closer to 21 or 22 feet. And I really wanted to stay I really wanted to stay around 18 feet, no more than 19. So that was one reason. The second one was when you look at the interior on the Little Guy Max, it looks a little more traditional in terms of what a trailer looks like.
And we kind of like this.
And yeah, we just fell in love with this Euro styling. The other thing was Patty was not real keen on the shower having that glass shower door.
Yeah, that's always just kind of over the years we've had those. We had one in our fifth wheel,
which is fine if there's a bathroom door. But if I remember right, on the Little Guy Max, the shower door is just clear and opens up into the trailer.
Right.
And you kept saying, what if like Alex is staying with us?
Yeah, or you have somebody visiting.
So that was kind of our reasoning behind it. And
is your refrigerator better catch it?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Right.
Yeah. Luckily, this. Yeah. So, see, I know people have watched videos because if they're saying things like that. Yes, the refrigerator in here works great.
It's almost working too well.
Yeah, actually, we went to have a bottle of water tonight for dinner. It was frozen. Yeah. So I'm turning it down a little bit. I'm just not used to a refrigerator working.
I'm not used to that. I'm used to getting ice.
This is a two-way refrigerator, but unlike most refrigerators, when they're two-way, they're 120 or shore power and then propane. This one is 120. And DC, it runs off of our battery. And honestly, I don't know a whole lot about it other than what I was told was this one is much more efficient off the battery than if you had one of the more traditional three-ways. And I don't quite understand it. I probably should do some research. But it has worked great. It stayed cold all the way down here. And it hardly had any pull on the battery while we were running. And even overnight at Walmart, we spent the first couple nights at Walmart. I was checking the battery level at night and then in the morning, and it just doesn't really pull that much. So very happy with the refrigerator.
Very happy with the whole rig. This thing is a nice rig.
Yeah, thank you. I should have brought my glasses. CR. Thank you. We are happy. And, I mean, one of the videos that I'm going to hopefully one of these days do when I have a little more time is, I did the one where I talked about, is it worth it? But I also want to do a video on some things we don't like about it, because I've always said there is no perfect trailer. This is just my opinion. Now, you can disagree with me, and that's okay. But I always feel like there is no perfect trailer, that you sometimes give up something to get something that you really want. And so there are some things, for instance, in this trailer that aren't my favorite. And I'll give you one example is the bed. A tab 400 comes up at a very sharp angle.
In the bed, the bed.
It's very cool looking on the exterior, unlike our Hummingbird, where it kind of came more up and around. So that means the bed, if you're the inside person, you don't want to be claustrophobic. And so the first couple nights, Patty was freaking out.
Well, I realized I'm a little claustrophobic.
Yeah. So now I sleep in the back, which is fine. It really doesn't bother me, but it just doesn't give you, I'm kind of pinched in when the wall's coming in. So that's just one thing I don't care for as well in this trailer. Where the Hummingbird with that wall, it felt...
You could sit up in the whole part of the bed.
Yeah, you really could set up.
This one, you got to just be more toward the inside.
So anyway.
The one thing we like best about the tab, the thing we like the best about it.
Well, is it worth the cost? PM, I don't know if you saw the video I put up a couple weeks ago on the 3 reasons why I think it's worth the money. We personally feel like it's worth the money. I did have somebody recently comment that they're way overpriced, but that all trailers are way overpriced, which I would have to agree with. I would say so far, what's your favorite thing about the tab? Besides the fact that it has a refrigerator that works.
Right. Right now, I think, and it's going to sound weird, is the bathroom. It's really big in there. You would think it's not, but I mean, I could stretch out, my arms aren't touching the walls. And in the other one, it was more of a wet bath style. And this one, you actually have space to shower. And the way the curtain comes around, you don't even see the toilet. So you feel like it's so nice in there.
This is a wet bath, but it is the most
unique set out bath at all. Yeah,
I always tell people it's luxurious.
Yeah, it is. It's very posh.
Compared to our Hummingbird wet bath, and which is a standard wet bath, really, where I mean, there really was not a lot of room. This, you just feel like you have so much room. And so, yeah, I would agree. That's one of the pluses. For me, Pam, I would say it's the two things that are my favorites are I'm really impressed with the build quality.
Yeah. Nice.
We brought it from Florida back to Indiana, so that was about 1,100 miles, and now we probably come another 1,100 miles, and there's no sawdust anywhere.
Right, it used to be you'd always have to.
Yeah.
Even with our fifth wheel, you'd stop.
Oh, our fifth wheel! 3 years after we bought it, we were still getting sawdust.
You're constantly cleaning after you move, and it's all over, and it's in your clothes or in your whatever. And this, I can't find anything.
I mean, the fact that, and you might be saying, well, why do you care about sawdust? It just tells me when they build it, they take the time to sweep as they go. Everything seems to be pretty solid. Now, I'm not going to say there's not going to be components. It's a trailer that will give out, but I'm just really impressed. And their customer service. I installed an inverter 2 weeks ago.
2 weekends ago.
And it dawned on me that I hadn't grounded the inverter and I couldn't find a place to ground it. So I called New Camp on like a Monday morning, and the lady said, "Do you have a minute? Can I put you on hold?" And I was like, "Yeah." And when she came back, she's like, "I just talked to the shop foreman, and he said, you don't need to ground it. That what you've done to hook it up to the battery and whatever." And I couldn't believe that she actually ran out to the shop floor to talk to the foreman to answer my question. Or we had a missing logo when we bought it, and they actually overnighted it.
Right, that was crazy.
And we're talking about a
it beat
logo.
Us home.
It actually beat us home. It was there before we got back from Florida. So, okay.
Victor's asking about the floor material of the tab. How does it hold up against spills? Easy to clean. I think it's easy to clean, and I'm a clean fanatic. I like things clean and picked up and put away, especially with a small rig. You just learn you got to put things away, and you can't have things out because Again, I'm a little claustrophobic, but it is just easy to clean. So far, I haven't had any problems with it. It's really soft to walk on.
Yeah, the feel of it, because I was not sure, because for those of you that don't know, the flooring in here has kind of a weave pattern and a texture to it.
And I thought maybe the dirt would get stuck in there, but it doesn't. It's just,
don't you think it feels great on your bare feet, too?
It's just so comfortable to walk on. Yeah. It's really
so
nice.
We like the flooring.
Easy to clean.
Hey, Mike. Mike's in Austin, Texas. So you're just down the road from us, and you bought a tab from Princess Craft. Okay, before the flooring, I was thinking about it a little larger, but was wondering if you could run the AC with the tooth. Okay, that's a good question, Mike. I have not tried running the AC yet. And I have a 2,000 watt Generac that we carry. I don't have it with me. Otherwise, I could go try it real quick. I will let you know if that will run. I'm assuming it will, because it ran the AC, which was a rooftop AC in the Hummingbird, no problem. This is the Cool Cat, so I can't think it's going to draw any more than that big rooftop.
Yeah, we'll have to try it.
So,
we haven't done it yet.
Walk around bed, Jason.
Yeah, those are nice.
The walk around bed is definitely a plus from the standpoint they're a lot easier to make, and they're a lot easier to get in and out of. We went from so the history, and one of these days I'm going to put these photos out on our Facebook page so you can see all the trailers we've owned over the years. Our very first trailer was one of the original tabs. We had I think it was a 2005 tab 3. I don't even know if they called them 320s. I think there was just a tab.
But it was a number. We had number.
And we were number 653.
Okay.
652. I don't know.
Right off the line.
Well, they numbered them in sequence. And that was our very first trailer. And we had that for 2 years and loved it.
That one, you could only stand in on one end. And then the dinette made it, U-shaped dinette made into a bed. And then you had all this storage underneath the bed. And we loved that one too.
And then slowly over the years, we just kept trading up till we got to a 35-foot fifth wheel, which we loved. We had that trailer for almost 7 years.
Well, we did seasonal with that one.
We did a lot of seasonal, And now I've just gotten to where I love these little trailers, because the smaller the trailer, this is just, again, my opinion.
The neater places
you can go.
Just
because,
like our tent. Yeah.
So I love getting these campsites that you can barely squeeze on, but because sometimes they have the best views.
Right.
But I definitely understand wanting the walk around bed. We do miss that.
And then Karen's asking if you think you could full time it in a 400, tab 400.
I would personally, but I think a lot of people wouldn't full time in a fifth wheel. So
I think you could. You'd have to plan.
Okay, she's a little less.
I think you'd have to, like, for me, I'm thinking of my clothes.
Are you talking, and maybe, Karen, I guess the question too would be, are we talking one person or two people or 3 people? 3 people, no way.
No,
I don't know.
Well,
the Norps had 11 people in a fifth wheel.
That's true.
So it's
That's
possible.
someone else we follow. So
Yeah.
they have 9 children. So
I would say one of the Karen, I'd say one of the downsides is the refrigerator size.
Right.
You know, depending on how much. Now, if you're going to go get food every couple days because you're, you know, hitting fresh food,
Right.
you know, I don't know. But
if you're able to probably trade out your clothes, and
I will
stuff,
tell you this,
do it.
Pam. Was it Pam? No, or Karen? Karen was asking this.
Karen, yeah.
Karen, Mandy Lee has been full timing. First, she was in a tag.
Smaller than,
and now
tab.
she's in a Tab 320 full timing, and she's now
with a
she now has her boyfriend living with her. So there's 2 of them in a Tab 320, which is smaller than the 420 or the 400.
Yeah,
so.
she does. I think. Yeah, she does that all the time.
Pam asked, "Does the other bed have the special blue spring?" No, it doesn't. So the queen bed in the back, which is our bed, does have the Frawley sleep system, which are those little plastic blue springs, which unbelievably.
It's comfortable.
They're comfortable. But the second bed, which is the dinette, is just your cushions. And that's something I also don't like. So if you want to use this dinette as a bed, the middle cushion,
you got to carry
you have to bring it with you. Unlike in our Hummingbird, where all the cushions for the dinette bed were used somewhere, there is a special
one that goes in the middle.
And so you would have to carry that somewhere. It doesn't actually fit in here. But I will tell you, my nephew slept on this bed for 4 nights, and he said it was okay.
And he's really tall, and he said it was fine. So,
maybe for one person, I would agree, Jason. Sure. Oh, okay, I know who you're talking about, Jason. Rusty. I've watched some of his videos. Yeah, 16-foot Coachman Clipper.
Sure.
Yeah, I think, see, me personally, and I'm a little more, I think, willing to try these things than Patty's, don't get me wrong, she's been a trooper with some of my adventures. But I personally, I would move in here full time.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's so sound. I mean, you don't hear a lot of noise. It keeps, like when it was cold in Gatlinburg, it kept the heat in here. It almost got too warm. That's how it doesn't, because sometimes, and we've had so many trailers that you could just feel the cool air coming in somewhere. And we didn't feel that on this one, at least so far. I haven't felt that, you know, coming in when you're sleeping at night or whatever. Yeah. So, because I know the fifth wheel did a lot. We could feel it coming in. We had slide outs though on the fifth wheel.
I will tell you the downside to owning a Tab is you become very popular at places. So last night we were at In-N-Out Burgers getting dinner, and I'm finished. Well, actually, I was paying. And Patty went over to get our beverages, and next thing I know, she's talking to somebody, pointing, and some lady came up to her to ask her about the Tab 400.
Right, she wanted to know if it was easy to pull and if we liked it and how many it slept, and she had a Ford Explorer, and so yeah, I was just like, she's like, it's so cute, and I'm like, well, thank you. And then someone else at a gas station, they saw it on our way down, and I heard him say, look at that trailer, isn't that neat? So yeah, you become like an attraction. Even with our other one, we'd actually stop at gas stations and people would say, can I look in your trailer? And at first it was kind of fun, but we had that one for 2 years.
We had, actually, I remember right near the end on our first Tab, I say near the end when we got ready to trade it, I think I had finally lost it with the novelty because we were at a Jellystone. I don't know if you remember this. And I opened up one of the porthole windows. And people were actually trying to look in. And this is like in the morning. Somebody walked up to the trailer and was trying to look in.
I'm like, whoa.
And I mean, I don't know who was more scared, me or them, because I think I screamed. And that was when, it is those cute round windows. But
we haven't camped in Destin,
No,
Florida.
we do need to come to Destin, Florida. We've never been there. Stabilizer bars. Now, we're using a friction sway bar, Karen, and just the one, and that has worked fine. Earlier, I was saying, currently I'm not running the weight distribution bars, and we're still not sure. And
it was windy the other day.
Yeah, it was really windy, and we had no sway with just the one friction sway bar. And ultimately, it would go back to what your tow vehicle is as to whether you're going to need the weight distribution.
Right.
So.
Right.
And I don't know, we're just going to continue to say. And I'll be honest, we may swing by Princess Craft when we head home I would really like to go see that little guy Max in person, and they have them. And then maybe I'll let them take a look at the rig and see if they think I need the weight distribution.
We're actually looking at it, so yeah.
Any others? Oh, boy. See, we lost 6 people. Either it was bedtime or they were like, this is boring.
It might be boring. I don't know.
Next time you come through Winchester. Oh,
awesome.
Okay, yeah.
Thank you.
In fact, we did our first meetup, I guess. I don't know if it wasn't an official meetup, but some subscribers, and I consider them friends now. Yeah. Lisa and Ron came over. Came over to see us in Gatlinburg. Right. So we're excited. Then this summer, we're going to be meeting up with a couple different people when we go up into Canada. Right. So I know Ray and his wife are going to hopefully join us. They're going to bring their camper out when we get over to Vancouver, and then I think it's Fred up in Kamloops, I think. Yeah. I think I got his name right. So
check out the Mini Max.
Yeah, I just read about the Mini Max, Karen. So I would like to see it. That's why I really would like to swing by Princess Craft, because they seem to be like a teardrop specialist. Okay, hey Jason, you got my email. Anytime, just shoot me your questions. I don't have all the answers. We've been doing this now for, I don't know, what, 13, 15 years.
Yeah.
So there's some things I can help with. I'm definitely not a pro, and a lot of things have changed over the years too.
Yes.
So
different. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, we will. If we do get a chance to swing by Princess Craft, I'll get some video and photos, and just so everybody knows, if you're not already, we do have the Facebook page under Travels with Delaney. I'm able, and the Instagram and the Twitter. I'm able to do stuff a little bit more often there. YouTube actually has a nice social feature where you can post like polls or just even updates. Like I could have posted an update and said, don't forget about tonight's chat. Unfortunately, they don't let you have that until you get to 10,000 subscribers currently. So that's why the Facebook is so important, I think, because I can communicate more. Yeah, I know, Jason. In fact, I had one dealership talk about possibly me doing more videos for them specifically. But one, it was actually Gerzeni's. I don't even know why I'm trying to hide it. Our salesman, John, had said that Gerzeni's would like me to do some videos for him. The problem is we don't live in Florida. And the other real issue is I can't really do reviews because I have to own the trailer to really know it. Right. So I don't know.
It's hard. Have you ever looked at a Lance?
I have not, Adam, but other than on YouTube, and I tell you what, I was really impressed with the Lance trailers, at least in the videos that I have seen. They seem like they're really solid built. And honestly, up where we live, I don't even know of anybody that sells Lance. And maybe you know, Adam, are the Lance trailers actually produced? I think they were produced on the West Coast, maybe. I don't know. But we actually live in trailer capital. Yeah. We're only an hour from Goshen, the Goshen Middlebury area, Shipshewana, Elkhart, where all the trailers are produced, or not all of them, but a very large chunk of them are. Except for this one. yeah. New Camp's actually in Spring Creek, Ohio. So.
Casita Trailer Factory.
Oh yeah, the Casitas are down here. Those are neat little. We looked at those for years. Oh, Los Angeles. Okay, that's what I thought, that Lance was a West Coast company, and that might be why we don't see as many of them in Indiana. So, unfortunately, Jayco's the big one up our way, or one of the big ones. A Sonic Light.
48.
EMF is a new model and unique layout. Okay, I will. Yeah, and I've seen, again, I watch a lot of YouTube videos on trailers. I don't know. I just love trailers. So.
Do you think about an A-liner Escape ST? We looked at
Pam, we did, and the A-liner Escape is the hard A-liner now, the small one. I think, and I might, don't quote me on this because I look at so many trailers, but I was thinking maybe it does not have a bathroom in it.
If I remember, we looked at some. It didn't.
I can't remember exactly, but they're very attractive looking. I know that on the outside, and I believe that's a brand new design for A-liner, because A-liner typically has been the pop-up
Right.
hard frame,
Right.
and this is an actual. It's a full trailer.
Right.
Oh, Adam has a. You bought yours in Atlanta.
Cool.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
Yeah, like I said, the Lances look very nice on the YouTube. So,
all right.
boy, it's like it's like a trailer chat.
That's
so,
right.
Nobody wants to talk about my fajitas from there. No, that's okay. No, I'm glad. I'm kind of a junkie on this stuff, so I love.
Yeah.
Like I said, and that was why in the one video.
That's cool.
Oh, it does.
That's
Okay.
new.
Okay, then that must be new from the very 1st one that I saw.
Right.
Okay. Oh, I know what I was going to say. That's why in the one video I made the comment, because when we first got our tab, somebody had made a comment somewhere. I can't remember if it was on YouTube or what. That because they were a Humminbird owner, and I think they were mad at me. At least that's the way it felt. And I don't want anybody to think, because I still loved our Humminbird. In fact, I told Patty just the other day, I was like, I miss the Humminbird because it was so homey.
Yeah, the style.
Just from that, it had that dark brown wood, and it just felt like home.
Like our house's cabin.
Yeah,
so.
I never want. Like I said, I love all trailers.
Yeah, we like.
I was just upset with Jayco.
Right.
So, you can some videos on weight and distribution.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I've actually had that request a couple times. I will tell you, I don't know. There is a video. I just don't know if I can do a video better than what Mark from Keep Your Daydream
did. A very nice one.
Mark has this whole video. If you go to Keep Your Daydreams YouTube channel and just walk through or sort through, somewhere there's one, and I think it's fairly recent, like in the last month maybe or two.
I think it's when they got their new truck.
Yeah. So. And he goes through this whole explanation of what all the different weights mean, and what you can tow, and I think he even has maybe a spreadsheet on their website.
I think so.
And that's one of the reasons I just haven't, because I'm like, after I watched his video, I'm like, I wouldn't even come close.
Yeah.
So
he has you staying up at night too, huh?
Yes.
Yes.
He's not. They weren't one of our first videos that we ever followed, but they have become one of our favorites.
Right.
The thing we love about, or I like, his videos are ridiculous. I mean, he does such a good job.
Just the way he makes it. It's like a show. It's like a
he edits
program.
it so well.
Yeah.
And they're very regular. They come out every Sunday. Mm-hmm. Unless they have a bonus video, kind of like we do.
Right.
But yeah, we love Mark and
Trish.
Boys. Yeah. So, yeah, in fact, I want to do that sometime. I'm going to, on one of our videos, ask people to comment who their favorite YouTubers are.
Yeah.
Because I just think it's interesting to know who everybody's watching besides us, And we, like I said, we have our favorites.
I don't like KYD.
Oh, you're cool. Yeah, we love them. We watch KYD.
We watch more YouTube than
anything. Yeah, we watch more YouTube than we do regular TV. Who else? Oh, Less Junk, More Journey.
Mm-hmm. The Russos.
The Wandering Wyatts. One of the very first channels we ever started out was the Winds, Gone with the Winds.
Now they're doing a boat.
But they're sailing, and so it doesn't necessarily... I know Traveling Robert. Yeah, he has a micro Winnie, I believe. Or is that what they're called? Micro Mini? Winnie?
Mini.
Trailer? Yeah.
And then we also they used to travel in a fifth wheel with their 9 children.
Oh, the Norbs, Norb and South.
And then they went to Europe, and now they're coming back to the United States for a while. But yeah, they are fun to watch too.
And then we watched Finding Simon. Simon had traveled. He's from Canada. He had traveled in a van. Yeah. Now he's on a boat.
Yeah, restoring an old boat. He wants to go travel on a boat. So,
yeah, and but now I'm kind of trying to find smaller channels because one of the things I found out, or I have found out, is the bigger channels, and for whatever reason, they don't give a lot of love to the smaller channels. Have you noticed that? Like they always hook up with other big channels.
Oh yeah, Long Honeymoon.
Oh yeah, Loloho.
Loloho.
Love Loloho.
We love them. He's funny.
So now my focus is becoming. I'm always telling Patty, if we ever do become big, and big is like 10, 20, 30,000 subscribers, I'm still going to help out smaller channels because I know what it's like to be a small channel, just trying to build your subscriber base. And so now we follow people like Skips,
right?
Dirt Lot Genius. adventures. Yes. I love Skip's videos out in Arizona.
Well, Nomadic Fanatic.
Well, Nomadic Fanatic's huge.
Yeah, that's true.
And we do like Nomadic.
That's one I forgot about. Your dad said good night.
Oh, good night, Dad. It's bedtime for Dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fireside Traveler out in Washington. I like hers. Yeah, I'm trying to think.
You've caught on to a lot of. We were trying to help some of them get to their. We had to get to that 1,000.
Right. Yeah. So I've listed some, but anyway, that's kind of been my new thing. Is I've been trying to find channels that are
the more we explore. We watch.
Oh yeah, we watch The More We Explore. We haven't seen much from them lately.
They haven't had a lot out lately. Yeah. The Wandering Wyatts.
Yeah.
We watched.
Who else we got? Campfires and Air Conditioning is a new find. Oh, I'll have to check that one out. See, that's why I wanted people to tell us who they watch. Going Nowhere Fast and Slim Potato Head. Oh,
that sounds like
that sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. See, this is good. Now we're going to get ideas from the channels to watch. So
check out.
But yeah, KYD. See, I always go back to KYD, Mark and Trish. So, and I will say, I have emailed. I have, or not emailed, but I have messaged Mark before, and he has responded. And same way with, I don't know whether it was Nathan or Marissa.
One of them, yeah.
One of them has been very nice to respond to us as well. So, I watch Going RV. I think I have seen Going RV. Oh, on Great American Country. Okay, not the YouTube. That's not what I was thinking of, but okay. Does anybody watch RFD TV? Because we were at their headquarters today. It's actually up at the stockyard. Do you watch Cheap RV Living? That is with, gosh, I can't think. If it's who I'm thinking of, the gentleman that organizes the RTR every year out at
yes, I think
Quartzsite.
That's right.
Adam, is that who? Maybe you can tell me if that's. I can't think of.
RV Daydream. I haven't heard of that one.
Oh, I haven't heard of RV Daydream.
Bob Wells.
Yes, that's who I was thinking of. Bob Wells. He's an RV. So yes, I have watched some of his videos. And RFD TV. Yeah, we have it on our TV, and every now and then there'll be something on we'll watch. But I was just shocked that it was there at the stockyards today. Yeah, we've kind of gotten hooked on Nomadic Fanatic as of recent. And then his new girlfriend, Angela, has a channel.
We've been watching her.
So we've been watching a little bit of her too. So, okay.
All right.
Wow, 52 minutes.
It's a long time. All these people.
I told Patty today. Patty's like, I don't know about this. I don't know what I'm supposed to say.
I don't know what we're going to say.
I said, so we won't go the full 4 hours tonight. We'll just go 3. And I thought she was going to kill me. And I said, no, seriously, we're not going that long. So. Any other? We'll do any final questions
here in the last few minutes, and then we'll
wrap it up.
Night.
Yeah, we'll go the full 60 minutes. Then we gotta get to bed. So the Easter Bunny.
That's right.
Pretty sure he's not visiting, but.
Thank you.
Oh, thanks, Dwayne. We'll, and like I said, we'd like to do these more frequently. The problem is
at our house in Indiana.
Although as slow as this upload speed is, now I'm wondering maybe we could do it at home. So, which would be great if we could start doing it from Tall Pine. Cool. Thanks, Karen. We appreciate it. We're by no means anywhere close to knowing what we're doing with this stuff. This all started last summer. Really, just
trips.
Yeah, it was just we were going out west, and I wanted to document it, and I wanted our family to have a way to see where we were at and what we were doing. And thank you, wife of Dwayne.
Yeah. Thank you, Luke.
So yeah, that's how it started. And for anybody that maybe was with us from the get-go, it started. I was just going to do a video once a week, and somehow we started videoing every day, and we posted 21 or 22 consecutive videos, which we will never do again. No. It was crazy. Every night I would edit, and I would be up till midnight editing. I have seen Carolyn's RV life before, Adam. I have watched some of her episodes. She's got a fascinating story about, I think she was in marketing prior to going full-time RV. But, we had 16 subscribers. We don't even know who the 16 people were, because I had a YouTube account for several years, and I just randomly posted things. I was never trying to run a YouTube channel. And then the first night, I said, let's set a goal. And we were recording, and Patty's like, yes, 17. And I'm like, well, I was hoping we'd pick up more than one subscriber. And I set a goal of 50, which I don't think we even hit in 2 weeks.
It took a while. Yeah.
And it took us like 2 months to get to 100. So I don't know. So like I said, we're not pros at this, but I'm kind of proud of what we've done so far. And I will tell you, the whole channel has changed. The original idea of the channel was
how to travel with your pet.
Yeah, the whole focus was going to be traveling with your pet. I was going to highlight like restaurants you could stay at, or not stay at. Geez, I am getting tired.
Restaurants you could
eat at with your pet, things like that.
How's the white German Shepherd doing? We know that she's doing well.
Yeah, she's been with her family now for several weeks. And I actually work with somebody who's on the Humane board of directors. And so she gets me updates periodically. And apparently Callie's doing great. The family loves her. The family has a child. They have another dog. And so, there's somebody there, I think, all day long with her. So
yeah, we just want her to be happy. So
yeah. So anyway, but yeah, so then but that just never panned out. So now the channel's become more about, RV gear and
our cabin life and
a little bit on our
trips
and our trips. Yeah. So
but
we appreciate everybody who subscribes. And like I said, I'm just glad we can give back to like we did this month, and we're going to do that again.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun to do that. And so yeah, we want to keep doing that kind of thing. That was neat.
Yeah. And I don't think I know we're not going to, some of the channels, because see, you guys, now that I know you're watching all the bigger channels, you know how they operate. But I'm not going to start holding back content where people have to pay for it, like through Patreon.
Yeah,
Patty and I we actually talked about that on the drive down here the last couple of days. That we're never going to, I'm not saying we won't, we do actually have a Patreon account. Nobody's ever used it mainly because I haven't put anything up on it. But, I'm not going to do that. I get it. It's a business model, but it's just not a business model for me. So I'm never going to hold back whatever content I put out there. Everybody gets it. And, so
the goofiness. So
yeah, because we know we're never, this isn't a job. This is just fun. But I love the fact that we were able to, do some good.
Yeah.
So,
give that.
All right. I think anything else? Oh, wait. Make sure we got all the comments. And if we missed your comment, I'm so sorry.
We were trying to read them, and this is new, and they were going kind of quick at one point. I'm like, uh-oh.
Because originally today, for those of you that watch the Russos, typically she'll stand and watch the comments and feed Joe the questions. And so I said to Patty, you want to be that? Or so, but we're just kind of doing it together. So, all right. Well, I think we're going to go ahead and sign off. Yeah. We're going to get to sleep. And then tomorrow we have
another day of adventure here.
I think we have about a 3-hour drive to my aunt and uncle's house. Right. And then he told me that we can rest when we get there. And he's prepared the first meal. I don't even know what that means.
I don't know.
So, and then we will have a new video up Monday. I just don't know what it's going to be. It's either going to be the one that's already prepared, which isn't really exciting. More informational, or if I get some editing done tomorrow, maybe I'll get the first part of the trip.
Sure.
So, all right. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you real soon.
Good night.
Oh.
On down the road.
Got to do this properly, Patty.
Good night.